Unhappiness, loneliness, and isolation are major strongholds, and they interconnect in very complex ways. There are several potential reasons why some women may choose to isolate when feeling unhappy. This is Jewel Diamond Taylor, and as a life coach and in-demand talk therapist and public speaker, I encourage women by offering support, amazing clarity, and a safe environment of understanding without the judgment. This can be a big step because the mind, your mind, resists new change, and it can seem risky to the guarded mind. I see so many women who tend to linger and hold on to their survival instincts and gravitate towards safety and what's familiar, even though they feel overwhelmingly lonely. Breaking the habit of emotional hiding and isolation can be challenging, but it's essential to your mental and emotional well-being and for those who love and care about you. The likelihood of heart disease, obesity, stroke, anxiety, depression, addictions, hoarding, and dementia greatly increases because of the epidemic of loneliness that I'm seeing in men and women, because of superficial relationships on social media and geographic distance from friends and family. Overcoming loneliness and withdrawal is a coping skill that you can gradually process. All of us are hardwired for social connection, human communion, and touch. We need each other to learn. We need each other to grow and to survive. You know, the root cause of isolation, depression, and triggers are often not addressed, I find, enough in the faith community because their main focus is your spiritual well-being. But you have a mind, a body, and a spirit. And my approach addresses your spiritual, mental, and emotional wellness, as well as how culture shapes your traditions, expectations. It shapes your fears, your family values, and your personality. Your past pain from childhood, sexual violence, abandonment, peer pressure, family dysfunction, past broken relationships, financial issues. Maybe it's the grief, loss of a loved one, loss of your job, your home, or your breast from breast cancer. Maybe it's family, conflict and secrets, addictions, trauma, and weight and health issues are just some of the reasons people get hooked and locked in a stronghold of unhappiness, loneliness, and isolation. In our Western culture, embarrassment is considered a negative emotion, and we can unconsciously learn to hide our emotions so that we can avoid shame and ridicule and a sense of failure. To protect yourself, you could tend to withdraw and isolate yourself from invitations, church, work, family gatherings, phone calls, dating, and home visits. I find so many times when women say they're going to come to my events and they don't end up coming, something tells me that they are suffering from isolation. They want to come, but they have this battle going on inside of them. This awkwardness of being social, this awkwardness of coming out of darkness into the light. Your energy can be drained dealing with life pressures. Maybe you're caregiving, dealing with heartbreak, bills, unemployment, long-term sickness, single parenting, a lack of family support, poor eating habits, and you subsequently lose interest and motivation for life because of those things. It just drains you. No one likes to be judged, criticized, questioned, or misunderstood. Before you realize it, you can cut yourself off from social interaction, and you may feel that being alone helps you to better process your emotions, or you've just gotten used to being alone with your thoughts. I talk with many women who feel like they are a burden to others, so they avoid sharing their issues. They don't let people in. They're not used to asking for help. They wear these masks, and everyone around them thinks they're okay. I suggest you read my ebook called The 12 Phases of Eve. Often I find that people have lost their trust in people because of past disappointments, betrayal of secrets shared. And so the shame and hurt of exposing their struggles makes them even more vulnerable to isolation, loneliness, depression, and an unhappy life. I talk to women who are trying to live up to the strong Black woman archetype. They don't know how to take off that superwoman cape because everyone depends on them, and they feel like they have no one that they can depend on. Eventually, they break from the heavy responsibility of being the go-to person. I found that self-care is not about vanity. It's about your sanity. Self-care is more than just getting your hair and nails done. Start discovering ways to care for your mind, your body, your soul, your ideas, your talents, to take care of your gifts, your goals, your purpose, your dreams, your finances, to take care of your health, your time, and your peace. So I want to ask you something. How is your heart? How is your heart? Don't hesitate to reach out for professional and caring help if you find it challenging to overcome loneliness, isolation, and anxiety. Taking steps towards greater emotional openness and connectedness can be so rewarding and definitely worth the time. If you want to speak to me for a one-on-one talk, or you want to invite me to speak for your organization, we can have a conversation by phone or Zoom or FaceTime. Or if you're in the Southern California area, we can meet in person. Simply call me 323-964-1736. I'll repeat that, 323-964-1736, or email me, jewelmotivates@gmail.com. Jewel with one L, jewelmotivates@gmail.com. Thank you so much for sharing my podcast, my newsletters, my YouTube channel. I appreciate you, your time, and your patronage so much. Thank you for trusting me as a resource for your well-being. God bless you, and stay in the light.